Ladies.
What happened, sister?
This is nothing. You should see the other guy.
Should we say a wee prayer first, maybe?
Yeah, I'd say our Lord is up there now, looking down on the world, thinking the floods and the famine can wait. For there is a child in Derry who needs me to magically alter the contents of an envelope.
Well, that's very good, Sister Michael. It's very funny.
You said we failed.
I didn't say you failed. I implied you failed.
Why?
Bit of a slow day.
Sister, how are you?
Well, I'm at a wake, Mr. Quinn, so I've had better evenings. Notice from Mr. Macaulay. This year's destination for the Euro Trotters trip will be dramatic pause. Did you actually want me to do the dramatic pause? Interesting. Paris, it's going to be Paris. If you need any further information, there is a stall in the foyer. Sadly, I am unable to come on this one as I despise the French. Father Thomas usually deals with the wakes, but he's very sick at the moment. Bedridden, in fact.
God, what caused it?
Jack Daniels, mostly.
As some of you may know, I took a bit of a sabbatical last year.
Do you mean when you shacked up with a slut hairdresser, but then she dumped you?
Miss Mallon, please. Raise your hand if you want to ask a question.
Okay, I think we should just move on.
The hairdresser certainly did.
Oh, good evening, sister. We just popped round because we had a few questions about the British Empire, which the boys have cleared up for us now, so...
They weren't talking about the British Empire, sister. They were having a party. I could hear the music.
You will go far in life, Jenny. But you will not be well liked.
Murdo?
Once you've bought the ticket, you've donated to the charity, you don't actually have to sit through this ordeal.
Our girls are performing.
And?
We would like to see them.
Sister Michael, you're needed backstage ASAP, over.
Sorry, just let me deal with this. I want to sit here.
What? Why?
Well, you're just such wonderful company, girls. What with your stimulating conversation and razor-sharp wit.
Really?
No, not really. The woman next to me is eating an egg and onion sandwich. Girls, what are you still doing here? I thought we had an intruder, and I'll tell you what. You'd have been a sorry boy, for I just nailed some serious moves. My aunt just died.
Oh, no.
We're so sorry, sister.
Don't be, girls. She had been ill for a very long time. And also, she was an absolute arsehole. How are you, Jackie?
We're at Clinton for dancing.
Thank you. Oh, she's at peace now, at least.
She
She was a bit of an arsehole, all right, that's true enough. Slán. What cowboy is responsible for this soundproofing? It's atrocious. You need to speak to the lad who did our confessionals. They're great. They're fellas telling Father Peter where they stashed the murder weapon, and the congregation's none the wiser. I'll drop his number into you. Sadly, Sister Patrick has decided to leave us. She's returning to her missionary work, educating the heathen inhabitants of a primitive and savage place.
She's taken a teaching post in Belfast, sister.
Precisely.
Yes, okay. I was there. I admit that. But I didn't do anything. It was Michelle. It was all Michelle. I'm not going down for something I didn't do. If anyone deserves to get punished, it should be Michelle.
Well, I think it's safe to say we all just lost a bit of respect for you there, Claire.
Why can't God just give us a break? I don't know. Maybe he hates us.
Don't be ridiculous, girls.
Sister Michael?
Of course God doesn't hate you.
Thank you, sister.
You're not interesting enough.
I see.
I'd say he'd be ambivalent towards you, at best.
Right.
If he even exists.
What?
Nothing?
Are you hiring out your clothes?
Me and the girls do it every Halloween. You can make an absolute fortune.
Is that allowed?
It's for a good cause.
Like a charity thing.
Like a foreign holiday thing. Several of our Year 13s will face their GCSE maths resit. Now, I know how daunting resit examinations can be. So if anyone is feeling anxious or worried, or even if you just want to chat, please, please do not come crying to me.
She's not dead, Erin.
Well, not yet. Hopefully she won't, die. But if she does, the show must go on. Isn't that right, Sister Michael?
You terrify me. Announcement from Jenny Joyce and the dance committee. The school social event of the year is fast approaching, but before you don your glad rags and boogie on... I'm sorry, I simply cannot read this.
I didn't know you were coming, sister.
No, I mean, we're not really expected to attend the reunions, but I couldn't help myself tonight. The past pupils here are just so untrustworthy.
I see.
And there's a lot of valuable items in the building, paintings and the like. So I think it's wise to keep an eye. I'll be carrying out random searches throughout the night. Enjoy yourself, ladies.
We'll try.
The conflict here has led to so many terrible atrocities. And now we must add your play to that list.
So I says to himself, says I, Colm, this is no day for a do.
What's happening?
For when the bride arrived, and as I say, by this stage, the wind was fierce.
My dad.
I've never heard wind like it.
Is this my week?
Howling like a banshee it was.
Am I in hell?
So the poor girl, the bride now this is, she arrives anyway, and isn't she no sooner out of the car than she's lifted up in the air like a pepper doll and blown into a flower bed.
That's actually quite funny. Thank you, girls. We won't forget that performance in a hurry, no matter how hard we try.
We'll be announcing the grand total raised at our Stars in Their Eyes evening on Friday.
And tonight, Matthew, I'm going to be nowhere near that shit.
Fantastic way to round off this week of complete madness. Don't know whose idea it was, but it was genius.
It was your idea?
Ah, no.
You said, can we have a Stars in Their Eyes night?
Is that right? Well, sure. There you are.
And I said, absolutely not.
I see. Well, sure, all's well.
And then you started begging.
That ends well, as they say.
At one point, it looked like you were going to cry.
I think you've maybe slightly misremembered there. And we've got a pretty exciting first prize lined up. The winner will get a chance to, drumroll please, sister.
Have you lost your actual mind?
Why are you dressed like that?
You winded me up.
It was a joke, Mark.
Oh, I see.
It's an absolute casserole down there. I'm going to storm off. Like Piers Morgan, it's to create buzz.
It's too hot. This is the same temperature as something that's burning.
Because it's so hot.
Permanent tan.
What? It lived in the Pink Palace. It's a real flat.
It's real?
People of colour should be driving HGVs across channels, not presenting them.
Seriously?
Yeah, I don't know if that could.
You had the milk on your tongue.
What'd your reaction be? You on it? No? I would vomit.
I'm barely holding on here.
If you get shot, they need to get you out of there!
You don't like talking absolute rubbish.
You always look like an accountant, which is so ironic.